be no hope. So just look inside. There's an answer waiting, because you and I, we were created to love, created to love. We've got one chance to make a change in the world around us that's falling down, because we've got one life to live. So take every moment and seize the day, yeah.
Tonight we have a very special guest on set. She's absolutely one of my best friends in the world, and she has such a story that she's willing to share tonight. I'd like to welcome to the set Tatyana Medvedev. I'm so excited that you're here, Tatyana.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Oh, the first moment I have to say I met you, I fell in love with you. You have just that light, and you just have just the being of happiness, and you can tell that you love people.
Just like you.
You just have a gift. Yeah, that's why we're besties. But recently you went through a very, very tragic moment in your life with the loss of your husband. You coped with that, and it was a long experience. But tell our audience, because there's so many people that are going through tragedies, how did you cope with that?
I'll start off by saying what happened.
Yes.
Last year, right on July 3rd, my husband died in a car crash very suddenly, unexpectedly. And 6 days before that, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So the plan was for him to be there with me through the mastectomy, and we were going to beat this thing together, and then all of a sudden he was gone. And I was left with 3 little children. At the time.
And one was your baby was just 6?
1.5. 1.5 years old, yes. And I had to all of a sudden plan on dealing with my health issues on my own, plus my children, plus, there's a difference when a tragedy happens versus when the death is imminent and you know it's coming. You plan for it. This was so unplanned and so tragic. There was so many things out of order with the estate, with paperwork. My husband had various businesses as well as a law firm, and so a lot of those things had to be dealt with, and it all came upon me at once.
Right.
And so I was going through all of it all of a sudden on my own. And to answer your question about how I coped with it, I didn't. You just survive.
Right.
You just think about taking it day by day, and you just survive, you breathe, and the biggest thing is you rely on angels around you who come into your life unexpectedly. The most amazing thing I found was those who you think are going to be there for you are not.
Right.
And those who you never thought would make an impact are there lifting you up, holding you up. For me, it was my sister and 5 angels. I'll just mention names: Chantal, Luda, Marcy, Stacy, and Natalie, and then my sister Olga. Those women carried me. My door was open, and they came in, together with many others, I have to say. People would bring food. We would wake up in the morning and open the front door, and there'd be food on our porch with flowers, with gifts.
Because everybody thinks
people's
about it,
hearts
people
are open.
Yes, right. And
when
some
something
people
like
don't
this
know
happens.
what to say or what
Yeah.
to do. So it was an amazing gift for you
Right.
that these unexpected angels
Right. I call them
showed
angels,
up.
yes.
Right, because you needed them. And and like you said, it was coping one day at a time. And there's so many more questions that we're going to talk about when we come back from this short break. Now we're back with Tatyana Semyrog. Oh, I just love that I said the name right. You told me a little pronunciation secret. But we were talking about dealing with all the loose ends and all the things that are unexpected with his businesses. How do you deal with all the paperwork and all the calls and the insurance and the businesses all at once?
Ask for help, ask for help. And it's so important to do it right in the beginning because that's when people's hearts are most open. And if you don't take that opportunity and deny someone who wants to help, later on you'll come back to them
Right.
and their hearts will not be as open. So really, when people say, I'm here for you, say yes. Even though I had this thing of, I'm so private, I can do everything myself, I'm the one to help people, I never want to ask for help. In this situation, I just really didn't have a choice. I
Right.
said, yes, everybody, help me, help me.
Because you
So-
had a lot. You were dealing with breast cancer.
Right.
You were going to have surgery.
Yes.
Your soulmate wasn't going to be there with you
Right.
as you had planned. What were you going to say? I'm sorry. Before
Yeah,
I
I had the double mastectomy on his birthday, a month and a half after the tragedy. It was on his birthday, and I felt him next to me. He's an angel, I feel like, watching over me and my children right now.
Oh, and your children, how are they dealing with the loss?
It's an up and down journey. Most of the times now we're getting healed. I keep telling them all the time, we have someone very special who loves us so much up in heaven, besides our Heavenly Father. We
Right.
have Papula, Daddy,
Yes.
who's going to help us all the time, and that really comforts them and me as well.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely, because you
Yeah.
feel his presence.
Right.
And we were talking about legacies. What would you like to think of the legacy that he left behind?
Sergey was an incredibly giving person. He did so much for others. As an attorney, he was not just brilliant in what he did, but he helped so many people pro bono, and just people love him. They still call him Serozhenko, which is a Russian diminutive for Sergey. Just so much love for this man, and I hope that my children and all of us learn that life is really just about giving and being good to others and forgiving and moving on and being good Christians.
Well, you're already all of that. That's why I
Oh.
loved you from the moment I met you.
We all
Yeah.
strive to be.
Right, right. We're not perfect ever, but that is what you want his legacy to be. And then also, just in closing, I want to talk about the hope in the future and what you see happening for yourself and for our viewers out there that maybe are struggling with thinking, what tomorrow is going to bring.
Yeah, a lot of the times I would have questions. How am I going to go on? How am I going to live? It's so overwhelming. 3 children. Just how? You don't see the future at all. And recently I started seeing the light. Very glim, very, very small, but it's there. The light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm trying to venture into an invention that I actually we created with my husband. It's a baby
Right.
product
Oh.
that I will show you one day. It's about to be launched.
Which means she's going to come back
Yes,
on the set.
it's
I love
fabulous.
it. Yes.
You're gonna love it, Debra.
Oh.
I cannot wait to share it with you. The name is Bo Baby.
Bo Baby. I
Yes.
love that.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to that. And that really,
Is that hinting a name like a bow?
yeah, you tie a bow.
Oh, I love
Yes.
it. I love it. Bo Baby.
Yes, and so that's giving me a hope of becoming strong again.
Right.
Of, you know what, I'm going to make it. And I
Right.
want my children to see that there is life after tragedy. There's joys to be discovered, mountains to be conquered, and blessings to be received.
How amazing. How amazing that you have taken something that was so unexpected and you are dealing with it, but you also are looking forward to a future because you know that's what he would want for you and your children.
Right.
Yes.
I keep thinking of that. You're right, Debra.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. I love you so much. It was such a pleasure. It was so difficult, I'm sure, for you to just relive everything, but you've helped our viewers out there who
I hope so.
may be going through something similar to yours, and you've made them realize that there is a tomorrow. So Tatyana, thank you so much for being such a good friend, and thank you for sharing your story and sharing, more importantly, the story of hope.
Thank you.
I love you.
For having me.
Mwah, mwah. Tatyana, she is the message of hope. She is the message of future, and she is the message of there is a tomorrow.
To view this entire episode or to view other past episodes, please visit our podcast site at DebraKennedyShow.com.
And our new Miss South Carolina, United States is Katie Mode. Well, welcome to the set. I know
Thank
it's not your
you.
crowning moment because you've been at it a few short months.
Just a few.
Just a few. I'm so excited to have you on the set.
I'm super excited. I've heard so many awesome things, so finally I get to be on here.
Finally, we get to meet. We
Yes.
connect. So tell me all about Katie Mode.
Where do I even begin? So I was.
You look a little bit like the prince's wife.
Thank you, Kate Middleton.
Kate Middleton,
That just
yes.
probably made my whole entire week
That's
because
who you
I
remind me of.
love the royal family. But I was crowned Miss
You do
South
have a
Carolina.
crown.
I do. So we're
So royal.
almost Katie. So
Right.
we could
Same.
be twins. I could play off. I always say I want to go be their nanny.
Oh.
Like I always tell my mom, if I disappear for a little bit, I'm probably over there being the nanny for.
Well, the other brother's
William and Kate.
available.
I think he's taken.
Well, they're never taken until they're taken. But go ahead, tell me all about you.
Yes. So I was crowned Miss South Carolina, United States in January, which was such an honor because I actually got to be Miss Teen South Carolina, United States 2013.
Wow.
And I always said, I want to come back and I want to try to compete for Miss United States.
Right.
And that was on the way home from nationals as a teen, and my mom was like, can we just get home? We road trip to DC for nationals, and she was like, can we just get home? Then we'll plan the next adventure. So I waited a few years, and I won.
Yay!
And
But let me start by telling you, I know so many girls that won teen, and when they go back to recompete for Miss, it usually doesn't happen. So I'm going to say
That was
kudos
the
to you,
fear.
girl.
Thank
You rocked it.
Thank you. I was super, super excited. It's an organization that's very near and dear to my heart.
Great organization.
It has the most wonderful directors, Renee McNair Austin and Sharon
Love
McGinnis.
Renee.
Aren't they the best?
Yes, they are.
So
We
they
love
make you feel like family. So I'm like, it's your fault I came back. You made it so awesome the first time. I had to come back and compete the second time. But it's been such a whirlwind. Haven't slowed down since, but I wouldn't trade anything.
So tell me a little bit about some special moments that you've had since your reign has begun.
Yeah, so I don't even know where to begin. I know one that really, really sticks out to me. We got to go to a dinner for Victory Junction, which is awesome. It's run by the Petty family. I know being here in Charlotte, I feel like it's very well known, but that was something that really hit home to me and something I've now been talking to my director and we're going to go and volunteer at, hopefully one summer. So that was just really, really awesome.
Right.
And then getting to do a lot with my platform, which is really
Talk about
special.
your platform.
Yeah, so my platform is SELF, which stands for Search and Rescue, EMS, Law Enforcement, and Fire Department. My brother Taylor has been with North Augusta Public Safety for about 9 years now.
Right.
And we've always helped bake cookies. I love to bake and cook. So my mom and I will bake and take stuff, but I've never had the opportunity to really take it to another level. And when
Right.
I was crowned Miss South Carolina, United States, that was my opportunity. I was like, Mom, we have to do something. We have to bring all my plans into action. Let's get it going. And that's where SELF came into play.
Oh, I love it.
Thank
We're going to
you.
take a sneak peek at some of your amazing crowning moment pictures and pictures along the journey. And then we're going to talk when we come back about what we see next with you.
Yay!
All of that when we come back. what amazing pictures, and what an amazing year you've had already. And you have a few short months left.
I do. Got to live them
You
up.
do? But I heard at Nationals you were pretty amazing at rapid fire questions, right?
I was. So if you make top 5, you get on stage question.
Right.
And they did rapid fire, which means you get 60 seconds to answer as many questions as that judge can possibly spit out to you, which is some people it's intimidating. I really liked it because I think you should be able to answer on your feet. Now watch.
Okay,
I
so
did 'em
now that you have given me
now
this challenge and you love it, I'm going to give you some rapid fire, easy questions.
Okay, good.
That you can roll with.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, if you had one meal left, that was your last meal ever, what would it be?
Oh, my Mimi's homemade skillet apple pie. That's not a meal, but hey, you can eat the whole thing as a whole meal.
And I love that you love your Mimi.
I do.
Okay, next question. If you had one thing that you could take on a desert island with you, what would that one thing be?
Probably my chocolate lab Jameis. I'm a tad obsessed with him, but hey, he would make it adventurous.
I love it. Are you a chocolate or vanilla girl?
Vanilla.
Why?
I don't know. I think vanilla you can add more to it, and chocolate's just you need just the chocolate. You don't need anything else. But vanilla, I like adding all the toppings so it doesn't take away from anything.
Okay, and your last question, who is your biggest guy crush?
Oh, my biggest guy crush. That's a good one, but a really hard one. I don't know. I'm going to have to go with probably my boyfriend. He's very supportive, so I'm going to be that sweet girl. In case he's watching as well, that's my answer.
That was a very good answer. Oh my
Thank
God,
you.
you were so good. I could see how you were like amazing at that.
I love it.
I just love the challenge.
I do.
Well, tell us what we can see happening next in your future.
Yeah, so actually the next few months, probably I want to say November-ish, I'm going to hold my second event for my platform, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to hold a breakfast for all the police officers and firefighters and just first responders in North Augusta, all for free. And I'm really excited. A lot of my energy is going into planning that right now. I'm really, really excited about
And
that.
a lot of that comes from someone so close to you being a police officer, which is your brother, correct? Isn't it so good to give back to a cause that means so much to you?
It is, because I think it's so surreal. Like living in a house, hearing him 3 a.m. barreling down the stairs to go to a fire or something. I'm just always like, I want to give back the best I can to show them that we're really appreciative for everything that they do.
Because there is a lot. You risk your life.
A lot
Whenever
goes
he goes out
into
the
it.
door, he
I
risks his
know.
life.
A lot goes into it, but they like to eat. So and I like to cook. So it goes hand in hand. It really does.
You are the cutest ever. I'm in love with you. They like to eat. I like to cook, and you
Team up.
You're like amazing, rocking. So I
Thanks.
doubt that you eat too many of those sweets that you bake, right?
Well, I do have a rule in the kitchen. If you make it, you have to try it. It's really hard when I'm gearing towards a pageant or anything, just eating super healthy.
Right.
That's really hard. That's when I have to pull in my little sister Abby. And I'm like, okay, try this. I can't try it. What do you think? But I do think if you make it, you have to try it. So, hey, one little bite's not going to hurt
Love it.
you.
So, in our closing words, you are such a role model to so many young women out there. They see your crown, they see your personality, they see your beauty. What is some words of advice as we close that you would give to all young ladies out there that are striving for greatness?
So I'm a firm believer in never giving up and always staying true to yourself. I know when I was Miss Teen South Carolina, United States, that was a goal for me to be Miss South Carolina, United States. And that doesn't happen overnight because, like you said, not all of them come back and they win the Miss title, and you change a lot. So if you just stay true to who you are and never give up on your dreams, it's bound to happen
That
for
is
you.
some amazing advice.
Thank you.
So the next Miss South Carolina has got a really tough act to follow because this Miss South Carolina United States is the bomb. Thanks for stopping by the set tonight.
Thank you.
Aw. Let's wave bye to bye.
Are you or someone you know interested in being a guest on the Debra Kennedy Show? If so, go to DebraKennedyShow.com and click on the Be Our Guest tab. We're a lifestyle show and we're always looking for experts to bring on and share information and knowledge and something they're passionate about.
I am so thrilled tonight to have one of the legends in the city of Charlotte, but probably in the country with me on the set tonight, the amazing Mr. Paul Williams, not the singer, but even more famous. The photographer, the golfer, the Mr. Man About Town, the Mr. Fabulous.
I like you. You gotta introduce me more often. I don't know who that guy is you just introduced, but I like him.
You are just so endearing to everybody that you meet, Paul. I just want to tell me a little bit about what makes you tick, because you are one of the most positive people, and you have such success. I mean, you've worked with some of the legends, some of the greats, but you still find it easy to be humble. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I mean, it's no big deal. I do something I love doing, and I get paid so I can keep my weight up. But it's a treat. It's just a treat to be around people, and then people like you. I mean, when I meet people, they may be a client the first time, but after that, they become friends. And I love it when people introduce me and say, "This is Paul, our friend." Oh, and he takes pictures too.
Right.
You know, then I know, okay, we are in. We've connected.
He's not just a photographer.
Right.
He's my friend, and then he's a photographer.
Exactly.
Right. Because you've worked with some amazing people, like long before our friend Crystal Dempsey was with the paper, and long before Olivia Forston.
Yeah.
You did it before they were even on the scene.
Oh yeah, I was on the hustle. I mean, because it's
Yeah.
my passion, and I'm blessed just to be doing something I love doing, and like I say, make a living doing it. I'm not rich, but you know, the bills get paid eventually. Oh,
Right.
Anyway, but no, it's just amazing coming from a small town, Kinston, and if anybody ever would have told me that I would have met presidents and movie stars and meet gorgeous people like you and Vanessa, and then all these events that we've done for the Observer. I mean, it's just. I never even thought it would happen. I mean, that just wasn't even on my radar.
It was beyond anything you
Yeah.
could
So
ever
I'm in.
imagine in Kinston. But you were really made for greatness. But really I just think the really super cool thing about you is you make everybody feel so comfortable, no matter who it is, whether it is the president or the janitor. You love people. You make everybody feel comfortable and important.
See, and that's pretty much me. I mean, and people, and I'm genuine about it. It's not like I'm putting on airs. I love being around people, and I think everybody's special in their own way. And I try to look for that. I mean, I only have a minute to engage or be with them, and so I just try to engage as quick as possible and find something they like. But I mean, I just love people anyway. And most
So-
people are basically good.
They are, most. Yes, most. So let's talk about some of your favorite memories. Like, who are some of the celebrities that you have photographed that have been, like, not, number one, amazing to the camera, but more
Right.
importantly, amazing to you?
Oh gosh.
I know, you've been in it a long time, babe.
Ooh, yeah, that's 30-something years worth
Gotta
of
think you
photography.
gotta have
Let's
some
see.
favorites.
Well, Grover Washington, I got to have
Yes.
dinner with Grover Washington. Paul Silverthorne, his manager, and Kim McGill and I, they opened the restaurant just so we can come in. I don't know how that happened. I don't even know why I was there.
Right.
I looked around, I was like, okay, why am I here? I'm not supposed to be here.
Right.
But that was like a super treat. And then, let's see, Lou Rawls was in concert, and I was the official photographer. And he was performing on the day of my sister's birthday, and she happened to be she was in Charlotte. And so she wound up getting front row seats, and he actually went down and sang happy birthday to her. And I mean, that means more to me. I don't really care about all that. But
Right, but
just
she did.
Oh,
She
it
was like,
it
"Oh my God,
huge.
my brother
It
is
was
like the
huge.
best."
Yes. I mean,
Yes.
so I told her, I said, look, can't top this, so that's your last birthday gift for me. Get some from somebody else, okay? But it was great, though.
Right, I love it. And it's just like always about connecting, and that's what
Yeah.
you do no matter who the people are, whether they're famous or not famous, they're
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Well, we're going to show some of your favorite pictures, and then we're going to come back and talk about how you can market yourself and change yourself, because you have reinvented yourself as things change in the marketplace.
I have to.
Okay. We're going to show a little snapshot of the life of Mr. Paul Williams. And now we're back with one of my favorite besties and the man about town, Mr. Paul Williams. We just showed some amazing pictures of some of the captured moments that were your favorites. But photography has changed over the years.
Oh, yes.
How do you see it changing to the future, and how have you reinvented yourself to change with it? And how have you created business along the way for that?
Well, I mean, first I was a photographer when we had film. We go in the dark room and stay in there for hours, which was magnificent time. I love that so much. I miss those times too. But now everything is digital, and everybody and their mother who has a camera say they're a photographer. And I've lost clients to that as well.
Right.
But a lot of those clients came back because they said, you know what, just because somebody have a camera, that doesn't mean they're a photographer, because they realize, you know, sometimes photographers are too intrusive at like a black tie event when everybody's just flowing, and next thing you know, the photographer is the center of attention. And I try, even though I'm not a small guy, I
Right.
try to just blend in with the atmosphere as much as possible and get those shots. So when my clients see them, they're like, "Oh man, I don't remember when you were there, but you were there and there." And yes, I mean,
Well, I have to brag on you a little bit because you have captured some amazing special moments in our lifetime. And one was my daughter's bridal shower, and my mother just it was a special moment because she was ill. And she, no matter what, wanted to make it to the bridal shower and the wedding.
remember that.
And you captured the element of the love that was created between my mom and Alexis and myself, and you're just amazing. And then also our son's engagement party. Everybody bragged about you because it was like you were like it was the fly man. Nobody knew he was there, but he was there, and you got the best pictures because it was people interacting. They weren't posed pictures;
Right.
they were people interacting, which are the best pictures because it's moments.
right. And the pose pictures are necessary, but like you say, those live, just when somebody come in and they're greeting somebody, you just feel the love when they're hugging each other so great. Their eyes closed. I was like, now that's a real hug. Those are the shots I love getting because those are the
Right.
shots you look back on and just make you smile. You be like, oh man,
Right.
they really like that was a real hug, and stuff of that nature. And but it's just, I mean, and as far as things being different now, well, Charlotte's grown, so when I moved here, I think it's like 340,000 people. Now it's probably cresting at 1 million. So there's like 700,000 people that don't know I was the man or is the man or whatever. I mean,
Right. The legend.
I just
And
love,
still is.
Oh, see, you know what? I need to be my press agent. That would work.
You don't need it.
But no, I look for every opportunity, and one thing I do when I'm on my way to a shoot, I thank God for the opportunity, and I ask Him to let it be a positive for me and my client.
Well, I can't tell you how blessed I feel to have you in my life. We have a mutual friend, Vanessa, that we both love.
Yeah, we love this Vanessa.
And I loved you the moment that I met you way back in '98. And I see you on the scene at different places. But now I really feel like we're
Oh yeah, we're
besties
family
for
now.
life. We're family
Yes.
now. So thank you so much because I know that you are so popular and you are this legend that you take time to hang out with us on the set tonight. And you're just so talented, but I love that you're so humble about it.
Well,
So-
it's just an opportunity.
Great things always happen to
I
great
appreciate
people,
it.
and
And
you're
you're
great.
pretty cool, too.
Thank you, Mr. Paul Williams.
Thank you, Debra.
I love my job, and I get to hang out with people that are really great friends, are really good people, and really talented people. It is just a blessing to me. So I was so excited to have Mr. Paul Williams on the set tonight, and you guys will see a lot of him.
I hope so.
When you look around, see the tears falling down. In a world so cold, where there seems to be no hope. So just look inside. There's an answer waiting, because you